welcome to another episode of Voice of Creators. Today's guest is Mr. Vikranth, and now he's a young person and he is an inspirational for young entrepreneurs. And he runs Silver Palace, mainly into silver jewelry. He has his own online portal. Let's hear more from him about how he has started.
Hello, all. Uh, Hi, Ram. Thanks a lot for having me here.
What inspired you to get into jewelry, for example?
Right. So, actually, this is a family-run business. So, uh, when we were small, when we were going to school, we used to see dads going same as us. When we left by 9 o'clock in the morning, they left for business 9 o'clock in the morning and come back by evening or even sometimes late night. Back then, the markets used to be open till 10, 9:30, 10. So we used to see them like, disciplined and religiously going to the store and building up what we are right now. We started looking at them. What we see, so we repeat, is what normally happens. So we used to see that and people coming and uh, talking to them and with the purity and with the determination what they used to uh, run the business in the store. There used to be faith from people. So that kind of a faith, that kind of a face value or respect, what they used to get at the store, which was the first one which attracted us to be here again in the store.
Right.
So that's the first thing what we did. And a business needs people. So it is a family-run business, so it normally it is almost like inheriting what dad is doing.
Hmm.
And since we were growing and we needed hands to support, we I joined the business. But
Hmm.
always thought to do business rather than working for someone, or because that's what we've seen. We've seen dads and uncles, everyone work doing their own businesses. I followed that to
Right.
support. In fact, I would now also call that I'm only supporting that than running, because that's what they have created the empire.
Right. I think you've been quite modest in saying that you're only supporting. I'm sure a number of things or initiatives that you had brought in,
Yeah,
also adding value to the business, isn't it? For example, obviously, 20 years back, there was no internet or there was no online portal, and that I believe is one of the initiative. How did the whole journey started into the taking the business to the online side or other expansions from you?
that that if you see, change is permanent. So we definitely need to, always be ready for the change. What is going to come to us? So definitely we should embrace that and go towards what the world is going towards.
Mm.
If had I continued to be just a offline channel to sell, I would sell for some time, but I would become irrelevant in few years to go now, until people in India, unlike say in the West, are completely using online for all their means.
Mm.
India is also equally going in a rapid pace towards online. So we need to definitely be in that channel as well
Mm.
to serve those kind of customers and those who are in the offline. Yes, definitely we have stores here. We're running the store offline, but online presence, if we are not there in the online, then I think we would be extinct in some time if we don't have our presence.
Yeah.
That's the first reason which pulled us, or which forced us to get into online. And as the technology is also equally developing, we have so many other avenues to market.
Mm.
It was the first step to have at least our website there in place, so that people who are anywhere other than our vicinity geography,
Mm.
who wants to see the products, at least they can see the products wherever they're sitting. And that's how it all started.
Right.
Then updation, as usual, every day there is updation on the website and all the other social marketing channels.
Right. Now, you touched upon a very important point. You had mentioned that change is the permanent thing. Now, how do you learn? Like, for example, when a new change is coming, you need to know and you need to understand the impact of it. So, what are all the steps you take to figure out and learn, what are the changes that are coming, and how it may impact the business? How should we prepare? How do you learn continuously?
Continuous learning until I think I would say until we die. It is daily is a new lesson we need to
Mm,
learn, and daily learning is going to happen
mm,
throughout.
mm,
Now, first thing is we again, like I said, learning. We need to go to some guy who's experienced. First thing, who has proved it or who has tested it. Now get their reviews, get their ideas first.
mm,
Then we need to see the feasibility, whether it is possible by us,
mm.
whether we can immediately embrace that, or we need to work on that further on. Because
Right.
without mentors or without any senior person who is actually experienced in them,
Mm,
because all my core is jewelry. Whatever you ask about jewelry, I'll be able to fairly answer. But if technology, then we need to go to those experts who are in that domain to actually understand what it is. And fewer times it is better to be given to the expert than putting your heads there.
right. So you
Yeah.
talked about two different things right now. One is having a mentor. Other one is identifying the right professionals to take care of different aspects of your business. Now, tell me a little bit more about the mentors. How important do you think having a mentor is for any entrepreneur?
How important? I would say it's the most important part. I mean, if you need to grow, you need to learn from the experience.
Mm,
Otherwise, you only will keep doing your trial and error. So
mhm,
if you failed in this, then you try to try another mode of you know uh, trying the other way out. If there is a mentor, then definitely yes, you can get few views from them, few suggestions. In fact, few bangs also on your head saying that you're not supposed to do this. So those so those banks definitely are very essential. And otherwise,
okay,
you can't now spend time to each and every time to do a trial and error. You're
right.
not in this age now to do trial and error. So definitely mentors are there. I would say if you're open minded, then definitely you would suggest or you would hunt for a mentor. If you're
Mm,
not open minded, definitely then you would say what I know is the best, and I would go with that. Then you fail, or when you pass through, that's all on you. So
yeah.
definitely mentor plays a major role.
Yeah, as you said, you should be prepared to receive, criticism from
Yes.
the mentor as well. You should be ready for that. Okay, great. And what motivates you? What drives you?
What motivates me? First thing, the inner thing that I should prove myself. We need to be the leaders.
Hmm.
Uh, we've been here for almost 2, 3 generations in this business. We
Right.
need to be a leader. We need to be a pioneer in few things what we do. You
Hmm.
need to, and at the same time, you need to aspire people to be something like say, any of the bigger brands.
Hmm.
So that that's what drives me. Ultimately, money, yes, definitely. But beyond money, there is something which you need to create, like a brand, which
Right.
promises some kind of a truth in the product or the brand.
Okay. Fine. You may have faced some challenges in the past. Based on your experience, what was the biggest challenge that you had faced, and what did you learn from it?
Challenges. I've been facing challenges all throughout my career. This 20, 22 years now. Yes. At business levels, you have recession, you have HR problem, you have like the technology side. to move to technology side or to embrace technology side, we had the problem. As it is a family run business, a lot of people involved in the business. So one has a different kind of a view on the same thing. One the other one has a different. So uh, bringing them all together, deciding on something, that that is a challenge. But at the same time, being in the family, a lot of things get easier because you have people around to handle in your absence as well. So a
Mm.
family business definitely is a boon as well, sometimes a bane that you're not unable to take some decisions. But
Right.
that's the way in business. So
Mm.
yeah, first thing, I mean, that's a bigger challenge. Then getting the right person, identifying the right person to do, I mean, you hand over the job to them. That's a big challenge in India. I mean, of late we've been seeing that unable to identify a right person to uh, give the jobs to, because I don't know the education system, or I don't understand what's the reason to, nobody takes the accountability to, take the lead and go forward. I mean, the newer uh, students or the newer freshers.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a challenge
Mm.
what I face. Otherwise, though I would not say everything is a challenge. Those are the steps towards the
Yeah.
career.
No, those are valid points. For example, like the availability of skill set, training them, etc. Now, currently, in the last 2 3 months, like COVID-19 has impacted pretty much all the businesses universally.
Correct.
Um, so, how are you preparing for the future?
The for future, if you say,
Yeah. So now, like one is
how long?
the immediate recovery, like and
Yeah,
as well as the long-term adjustments that you wanted to make. So, like what are your plans for that?
that's what. As we, I mean, uh, I would say that we are on right time to, go digital on selling, because
Mm.
that's the fundamental thing. Only if it sells, then we have newer product. When we have newer product, our
Yeah.
work craftsmen are being paid.
Yeah.
So to get the sales rolling, we need to be there on the online to reach out more people.
Mm-hmm.
So if we reach out more people, the sales at least, we raise another 10 or 15% of our sales, which has almost dipped to 20-30% now.
Right.
So that is a factor where we are focusing right now, and
Mm.
looking at that in a few years we might be like 50% online and offline. Our sales should touch somewhere 50%. So that's what the sharing. At the moment, the strategy is only that. Rest of the things, say back end few things which we need to, weed out, or few things which we need to attach. We're
Right.
doing that, which is a regular process. But now we have the time to do that. Back
Okay.
then, it was busy at the businesses, so we never focused on that. We always put it in the back burner.
Okay. So now you are saying you're gonna use this downtime as a time for reflection, understand which are all the bottlenecks that are in the entire chain, and then figure it out, solve it. Okay, great. Would you share some, marketing tips for other entrepreneurs? What are all some of the important things anyone should do?
Marketing tips. In jewelry, if I could say marketing tips, uh, or maybe any other, more than marketing, I would say that the quality of your product, what you deal in, should speak. So
Mm.
uh, we were taught, that is, dads started the business, they built the capital. Now
Okay.
we've been taught to, not sell and help people buy. I mean,
Valid
yeah,
point. Very valid point.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want it, if the customer wants it, then give them the best, give them the best purity, give them the best quality of the product. Don't oversell or don't push selling, because your product isn't that okay, maybe it'll be useful 3 months later down the line. What is required, I mean, as far as jewelry is concerned, what is required to them, what is needed at the moment, maybe occasion at family, occasion with friends, or uh, just a gift. You just sell them what they require. If they come with some kind of mindset that they need to give to their friends or near and dear, then you suggest them that. And don't just for your targets, don't sell them whatever you have. Give them the best quality. That in due course, it is going to be a very slow process,
Mm.
but definitely it is going to help you, saying that you create a brand of a different nature. I mean, most of the stores, what do? They market it, they give you advertisement, and then they pull you in
Right.
and try to sell whatever they have. We've been told that try not selling and help them buy, so that it is, pocket friendly, it is acceptable by people. So that's the first or only marketing, I would say, differently. And most of them giving freebies or coupons or whatever,
Okay.
whatever the new tricks they have. That's,
Right.
I think, that's what we've been taught to. And
Okay.
frankly speaking, we don't have any marketing um, campaign which is happening around the year or anytime in the year. We just give the best quality and product.
Yeah. So essentially, what you are saying is, don't be gimmicky. Only convey the the main qualities of your product, and
Right.
do not try to sell. Explain how it would be beneficial for the user, so that they would buy it themselves rather than pushing it down the throat.
Yes.
Okay, very valid lessons. And just to wrap up, what are some of the advices that you may want to give to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Aspiring entrepreneurs. First, I would say, I mean, I would be relevant now, but these words would be relevant anytime. First of all, be responsible.
Hmm.
Um, Stay responsible.
Hmm.
Act responsible.
Hmm.
So these would go wherever. I mean, at home, at office, at your social thing.
Hmm.
Um, these would definitely. So if you're responsible enough, then I think you'll run the business responsibly.
Right.
It's just not money at the end of the day. It is creating a name, creating a brand. I mean, brand, you can call it however you want. Good brand, bad brand, but if you definitely need to be spoken about for good things, then if you're responsible enough, I think everything covers there. Responsible or ethical,
Okay.
you work, your body language or your language as well. I
Yeah.
think most of it would be covered there.
Okay. Right. That's a completely different type of advice, isn't it? To sum it up, it's be responsible, stay responsible, and act responsible. Rest of the stuff would fall in place in one way or another. That's what the thing is. Okay, I
Just
think.
the last line, which I would say, what Dad used says, when we think that okay, maybe we can mark it up in this product to the customer, and he would not know. He would say, in Tamil, he'll say, மாவுக்கு எவ்வளவு உப்பு வேணுமோ அவ்வளவுதான் போடணும். If you go beyond the limit in the dough of salt, it will be tasteless, or you will not be able to gulp it. So that's what he says, and that falls anywhere for that matter. I mean, if you overtalk at a social thing, again you've been rated a different kind of person. So
Hmm.
where it is necessary, you speak, or you act. Think that's what.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, yeah. So thank you very much for your time, Vikrant. I think this session is very useful. I hope the viewers would get a lot out of it. So thank you very much for
I
your.
hope so as well. I hope that I've answered your questions, and
Yeah,
maybe make some impact to the viewers.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Thanks
Right.
again.
Thank you. Thank you, Ram.